Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. We're here to shed some light, reflect some light from the great acharyas, Srila Bhakti Rockok, Sridharadev Goswami Maharaj, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govindadev Goswami Maharaj, all bringing us the grand light of Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur to this world, the world of darkness, the world of temporary life, the world of struggle and suffering here, there and everywhere. From this world, the dark world, to go to the light world of eternity and joy, anandam, full satisfaction. Om, what we are searching for, does exist. So some guidance today from Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govindadev Goswami Maharaj, in the book Divine Guidance. And we need to read, reread, and to understand clearly what is our necessity, what is the goal, what is the urgency of our life to put into practice, how to stay safe in our devotional journey. So many things are being explained and being infused into our heart by the desire of the great masters. So the great master Srila Bhakti Sundar Govindadev Goswami Maharaj, we'll hear some words from him today. Jai Srila Gurudev Ki Jai. His words. First, it is necessary to finalize what our need is. What is the process to achieve it? If we need Bhakti Yoga to Krishna, and if we do not want to stay within the illusory environment, and if we feel the necessity to go to the transcendental world, our own home, then with full heart we must try to achieve that. We shall try to search out that place where it is available and wholeheartedly try to follow the instructions we receive there. This is the main thing for everyone. But circumstances can take us in many ways and to many places. We must try to proceed steadily within our track and not allow ourselves to go out of the track. This is our necessity. And then a devotee asks to Srila Govinda Maharaj, Maharaj, I have a question. When Srila Prabhupada, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, left the world, many of his disciples, in the name of exclusive worship of him, went on with their devotional service, but they made many mistakes, and their service sometimes went in a wrong way. Later, many persons, in the name of exclusive worship of Srila Guru Maharaj, also made many mistakes, and sometimes their actions went in a wrong way. So I want to know from you, what does it mean to serve the Uttama Adhikari devotee, the very topmost devotee? Why do those persons make such mistakes? And how can we properly understand the correct position? Srila Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj replies, it is in some way coming from one's fortune. One who has good fortune will not leave his track. What he received from his Gurudev, he will try to follow, and his endeavour will always be within the proper track. Your question is good for everyone. After Srila Swami Maharaj Prabhupada left, why have some of his devotees gone out from their track? Also, after Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rockok Sridharadev Goswami Maharaj, some are going out of track. But why? It depends upon their sukriti, their spiritual fortune. We see that they served Srila Swami Maharaj, or they served Srila Guru Maharaj, but actually they did not get the proper way, the real service connection. At that time, however, by the influence of Srila Guru Maharaj and Srila Swami Maharaj, that shortcoming was covered. The disciples did many activities enthusiastically, but they actually did not know what devotional service is. When Gurudev disappeared, his influence of covering the shortcoming in the disciples also withdrew with him. At that time, some of the devotees got back their previous subtle position, and they became confused. Ultimately, it depends upon their own karma, their good fortune, and also the quality of their practicing life. These three will contribute towards a good result. So ultimately, it depends upon their own karma, their good fortune, and also the quality of their practicing life. These three will contribute towards a good result. It is necessary for the devotees to know very clearly what they want to practice. Then they will not go off the track. And in that also their own good fortune and good activities are necessary. Otherwise, they will not reach the goal. So their own good fortune and good activities are necessary. Otherwise, they will not reach their goal. We must be able to recognize what is what. It is a fact that even when Krishna was present, not everyone could understand him to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Shishupal and Dantavakra had the chance to be with Krishna, but they could not understand who he was. Also, many saw Krishna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, but they did not understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So some fortune must work behind seeing. After Srila Swami Maharaj left, the illusory environment came with more force. When Krishna left from this mundane world, at that time also the illusory environment again asserted itself strongly. Whenever a great soul disappears, some disturbance is caused by the illusory environment, and it tries to catch and conquer the heart of the weak devotees. Not only the weak devotees, but the good workers also. It will try to conquer them. But those who are... I hope we're doing okay here on Instagram. We've got a slight interruption. All right. So if the illusory energy, it will try to conquer the good workers also. But those who are fully surrendered to their Guru will not be captured by that illusion. And those who are good followers will also not fall into that illusion. Those who are not settled within their own track will easily leave their position, and to some degree this has happened. We can live with a sadhu and take his association, but we may not get real sadhu sangha merely by living with him. Bugs may live in the bed of a sadhu. Lice may even be so close to him that they live in his hair and take his blood. But they are not engaged in sadhu sangha. So, the unfortunate souls leave the track. Otherwise, the true path is a very easy thing. Excuse me. Hare Krishna. So remember, this is taking place, this conversation is taking place in the time after Srila Guru Maharaj's disappearance. So after Srila Prabhupada's disappearance, excuse me, of course, after Srila Prabhupada's disappearance, after Srila Guru Maharaj's disappearance, and Srila Gurudev, remember, has witnessed what has happened in many temples of Srila Guru Maharaj's godbrothers, when those godbrothers disappeared, those godbrothers who became Guru, and after they disappeared, he'd witnessed so many things that took place. So Srila Gurudev, giving us Siddhantically, but in practical experience also, some understanding about staying in the track after the Guru disappears. And there is a very hopeful part, just as the last part we read. The unfortunate souls leave the track, otherwise the true path is a very easy thing. One instruction Srila Guru Maharaj used to always give me when I first came to him was, what I shall instruct, you will follow, and what your mind will say, you don't follow. I know we've heard it many times before, but many things we need to knock into our heads so we really can understand this guidance of life. And then Srila Gurudev says, but I thought, my mind is not always giving me bad advice. Sometimes it is giving good suggestions to me. But Srila Guru Maharaj told me not to follow even what I thought was the good advice of my mind. Then Guru Maharaj saying, so he's quoting Guru Maharaj, that means you must fully depend upon me. My need is that you must fully depend upon me. So Srila Guru Maharaj said in this way that, what does your mind tell you? You think it sometimes says good advice and it sometimes says bad. But you are not to follow even the apparently good advice. If you take the association of your mind, you must give some return to him. Therefore, it is not necessary to take association of your mind. Instead, take my instruction for yourself. And then Srila Gurudev says, it is a very easy instruction, but we cannot always follow it. Therefore, we receive some trouble. When we forget Srila Guru Maharaj's order, we receive much trouble. Behind this, two things are acting. One is fortune and the other is our activity. Good fortune is necessary and that comes through seva. Good fortune grows through seva. One who can do real seva will receive a good result. However, one who does seva but is always thinking about his own interest must be ignored by bhakti, and bhakti will not go to him. We may live so long and stay for many years in the Gaudiya mission, but he may not get that bhakti. There are many examples, not only in the Gaudiya mission, but such disturbances can be seen everywhere in history. It is present in Christianity, in Mohammedanism, etc. And in Hinduism, there are many channels, Sri Ramanuja, Shankaracharya, etc. Hare Krishna. And this is an excerpt. It is part of guidance by Srila Gurudev given in the book Divine Guidance. And we need guidance. And an emphasis on why we need guidance is in the very first chapter of the book Sri Guru and His Grace. We read this book, we have read this book many times, and using, if you like, Srila Guru Maharaj's expression of how he devoured the books teaching about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's life and precepts, that he devoured such topics when he came across the message of Mahaprabhu in the book form. So we also, when the book Sri Guru and His Grace first came out, we devoured this book with great enthusiasm, because this is the compilation, this is the gathering of Srila Guru Maharaj's instruction about the necessity of us to have proper guidance, to get guidance so that we can come out from this material world to the conscious spiritual world, come to our home sweet home. Sri Krishna, reality, the beautiful. And I heard that expression this morning from others, devotees, but who are not in, you can say, Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat. They're preaching in the large society of Krishna consciousness. Then we understand that this influence of Srila Guru Maharaj, the influence of Sri Guru and His Grace, of Search for Sri Krishna, the books of Srila Guru Maharaj, extends to leaders and preachers around the world and is giving them life to keep standing after many years as devotees. So here we've got Srila Gurudev giving us the guidance of accumulated experience and accumulated guidance from Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Srila Guru Maharaj's godbrother's experience after the disappearance of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and the experience after the disappearance of Srila Guru Maharaj, and previous to that, the disappearance of so many of his exalted godbrothers, and Srila Gurudev, the superposition to give that guidance after the disappearance of Srila Prabhupada and Srila Guru Maharaj to the whole world, whose whole basis of Krishna consciousness came from Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, initially too from Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, until today, broadly presenting Krishna consciousness and the books to the world. And Srila Prabhupada gave that guidance to come to Srila Guru Maharaj, his Siksha Guru, Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Goswami Maharaj, to take guidance from him in his absence, in Srila Prabhupada's absence. So for the whole world we've got that guidance of Srila Sridhar Maharaj, and his topmost devotee, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj, illuminating the world with that safe, easy guidance. So let us all try to be good disciples of our Gurus. Let us be good disciples under that shelter of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Gurudev. And with our head at all of their lotus feet, and at the head of the feet of the good devotees, all the devotees around the world, then, again some interruption, then we pray for the grace of the Vaishnavas everywhere. Let us all stay in our track, chant Hare Krishna, engage in seva, be kind to each other, follow nicely Vaishnava etiquette, and remember the perfect standard of our masters. Let us try to always keep that on our head and associate with those who appreciate that and live by such a standard. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivas Adi Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.